Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Digital Examine Podcast. I'm Jay, and thanks again for joining us. As we journey towards season 2 of the podcast, we are offering these short episodes to create some space and some room for you to examine life in the loving presence of God. We're calling them meditations because that's the invitation, that you might just take a few short moments out of your day to meditate on the reality of your life. In season 1, I had a conversation with Rich Villodas, who I think is one of the most important voices in the church today when it comes to the formational journey of being transformed by God's Spirit into Christlikeness, little by little, every single day. And we actually had, this is going to sound so strange, but we had this really encouraging and inspiring conversation about sin. Rich talked about God's radical availability in our lives and how sin is the thing that keeps us from accessing that availability. Rich also talked about how sin, most often in the modern Western evangelical church, is understood as just a list of things to not do. We often root our sense of identity, our sort of goodness and success as followers of Jesus on all of those bad things that we don't do, the sort of pharisaical posture where we look at others and we say things like, well, so-and-so is doing that, at least I am not. But Rich talked about this as a sort of false righteousness, because this sort of life lacks love. And to be a follower of Jesus is to learn and live the way of Jesus. And the way of Jesus, put simply, is the way of love. And the Christian vision of life isn't primarily about abstaining from bad things. It's about giving ourselves in love to God and to the world, a sort of self-giving, sacrificial love. And so I want to invite you to take a moment, take a few deep breaths, and ponder if this is the life that you are pursuing, a life of giving yourself away in love. What's one participatory, effortful act in your life that you can commit to today as an act of love toward God and toward others? Again, breathe deeply and ponder that thought with God.